you need to finish your projects. That is all you need to do. Not all you need to do, but finishing your projects is very important. And here is why. I have a list here and I'm going to go through them. There's 4 things on my list, okay? The first one is if you finish something, you will get better at finishing something. So finishing is a skill that you can get better at. So if you have one project that is finished, your brain is telling you, hey, this is something that I can do. Here are other ideas for you to finish, and then you will realize that what you can do for a project, you can chop it into little pieces, and then you can make sense out of that, and then you can maybe project this idea onto a timeline or whatever. You can actually kind of foresee when things get done. That is where you slowly get better at finishing skills, right? Um, and once you're once you're faster or better at finishing, then even your ideas get better, because usually what happens is in the beginning you start with a really big idea. You're like, okay, I will write a trilogy of books, and or I will make an RPG, or I will make, I don't know, a double compilation album or whatever. And then as soon as you get better at finishing skills, your ideas get smaller and a bit humbler and a bit more manageable. But the cool thing is that once you're humble and you can finish smaller projects, this is a snowball effect, because then you slowly realize that, hey, I can build on the smaller project to maybe get a bit of a bigger project, and then build on top of that, etc., etc. All right. So this is finishing as a skill. The second point is uh, you're going to build your portfolio. You're going to have a portfolio by the end of this. I mean, by the end of this, the end happens when you die. Okay, let's not talk about that in this video. But as you get better at finishing, you will have this pile of projects behind you. All right, and then you have maybe a website or whatever. You need something where you can easily share your portfolio. If you're a writer, or if you're a game dev, if you're a musician, I don't know, if you're an artist, you need to have a website of your own. Just reserve your I don't know, your real name or your artist name or whatever .com, and make your website. I don't know, just learn basic HTML. You can do it, or just let ChatGPT write it. I don't care. A little bit, I care a little bit, but you will find a way. There are ways where you can easily host something for free. I don't know, maybe on GitHub or whatever, or find I don't know. There are ways where you can host your portfolio. Okay, on your own turf. You need to make sure that you are independent of social media or whatever. Build your own castle. That is something that a marketer once said. And then you can list the portfolio. It doesn't really matter if it looks crap or whatever. Just make sure that you have a portfolio that you can easily share, and that you can also easily look back on. Because, and this is point number 3, it builds confidence. You will get more confident if you are starting to look back and say, wait a minute, I'm a person who can do all of that. I am a person who can finish projects. That will feel really, really good. And that is a positive feedback loop. That is giving you even more ideas. That is giving you confidence, and giving you, I don't know, your projects will evolve with your confidence, right? Because in the beginning, you're like, okay, maybe I'm not that good or whatever. But if you're like looking back and actually have this visible proof that you're a person that can do something, that can actually make something happen out of nothing, which is actually kind of magical if you think about it, you can create something out of nothing, and that will give you confidence. And this is the 4th point on my list. Once you have confidence, you will get connections. You can use your portfolio and your skill to finish projects to build connections, to find people. And what happens when you make connections with people? You will get opportunities. Opportunities will just come to you. It is insane. You could even when you just ask for something and then attach your portfolio to that ask, people will be like, oh man, this person knows what he's doing, or he has a track record, he has a portfolio. This is something that the people have told me as well. I've gotten into a program. I will not mention it, but the one of the jury members said it only got in because of the track record. So this is really, really important to have like a body of work that you can easily share. You get connections, you meet people, maybe you get a job offering, maybe maybe you also find a relationship. This is all something that can happen only because you finish stuff. it is um, it is probably the most important thing that I've ever done in my personal life. It's just whenever I start something, I made sure that I finished it. And that has brought me a lot of really, really good things, not only to myself, but also to others. You have to think about this on the other side. If you create things that you would like to see in the world, there are other people as well who would enjoy this as well. And maybe every time you finish a project, there is likely one person out there who will really, really enjoy it. It will be the greatest gift of their lives. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that just amazing? Just because you sat down and actually made sure that it is done. Yeah, and that is why I think you should finish your projects. All right, that's it.